Held on the first Saturday of May, it's been called the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. The Kentucky Derby, the Run for the Roses, is a 1¼ mile race for 3-year-old horses held at Churchill Downs in Louisville, the first leg of the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing. Louisville's climate in early May is a bit warmer than anywhere in Pennsylvania, with average highs in the mid-70s, but their spring is as variable as ours, so the Derby's been run in some extremes. The warmest in 1959 at 94 for the high, the coldest 2 years earlier when daytime temperatures only reached 47. Average weekly rainfall in Louisville in early May is about 1.25 inches. For comparison, Pennsylvania is less than an inch. Measurable rain has fallen on 53 of the 138 previous race days, including 4 of the last 5 derbies, but Churchill Downs does not allow umbrellas for the race. Though some horse racing venues have switched to a synthetic surface, typically a mix of wax-coated sand, fiber, and recycled rubber, Churchill Downs is a natural 8-inch deep sandy loam track that sits on top of a 12-inch clay base. The top 3 inches of the loam are fluffed, while the bottom 5 are compacted, forming a cushion so the horses never touch the clay base. With a high sand content, the track does need some water to keep it firm enough to grip, so if nature doesn't provide rain, water trucks stand ready. Horse racing has its own terminology for describing track conditions. For example, fast means a dry, resilient surface. Muddy indicates the track is wet but with no puddles, while sloppy means a saturated track with standing water visible. Churchill Downs drains so well that historically, official race time track conditions are usually fine. Over the last 100 years, the track has been fast 3/4 of the time. Only about 15% of the years were in one of the soggy categories, though it's happened 3 of the last 9 years. One of those was 2004. Local racing fans probably remember. That's when Pennsylvania-bred Smarty Jones won the Derby in one of the slowest times in the last 50 years due to the sloppy track. That horse born at Someday Farm in southern Chester County, Smarty now back in Pennsylvania spending his retirement years. Though the Kentucky Derby has never been canceled due to weather, 2 years ago a tornado damaged several barns at Churchill Downs a few weeks after the race. The EF2 was one of 5 twisters in the Louisville area that day. More than 200 horses had to be evacuated from the damaged stables, though there were no injuries, human or equine. As a side note, quite a few Kentucky Derby horses have had weather-related names over the years. Winners include Typhoon II and Thunder Gulch, while Summer Squall and Wild Gale have finished 2nd or 3rd. Paul Knight is back next with the extended forecast.